For early 19th century French artists, the past was a treasure trove from which they drew both subjects and inspiration. While many of the subjects were based on anecdote rather than the historical record, often they chose these because they showed the artist associating with the mighty, with the powerful, with their patrons, and with their most famous subjects. So we began with Pope Julius II being shown the plans for St. Peter's by Bramante, Michelangelo, and Raphael, and continued with Leonardo da Vinci dying in the arms of his patron, Francois I. Delacroix here presents Michelangelo in his studio as a sculptor rather than as a painter, interestingly. Louis Grisset shows Francois I visiting the studio of Cellini, accompanied by his sister Marguerite. She, with uncharacteristic modesty, looks away from the nude figure he is sculpting. Grisset has taken great care in researching the works shown in the studio, even though not all of them are correctly attributed to Cellini. Ingres returns here to the life of another great artist, Raphael, portrayed looking at his portrait of his lover, La Fornarina, whom he embraces. This is a subject he returns to several times, but in the same year, 1814, in a unique composition, he has painted here Raphael being introduced to the niece of Cardinal Bibbiena. For their images, Ingres has relied on a presumed self-portrait of Raphael, a portrait by Raphael of Cardinal Bibbiena, and a portrait by Sebastiano del Piombo of the presumed La Fornarina, to ensure historical veracity. Horace Verney has chosen the purported rivalry between Raphael and Michelangelo, with Michelangelo supposedly scorning Raphael's popularity and his desire to be admired. Here we see how Verney's first idea was for horizontal composition, finally a vertical one, in both of which Michelangelo plays a major role to emphasize his disdain for Raphael. While in both compositions, the young mother with her child, posing as the Madonna, is in the center. Michelangelo in Verney's painting is portrayed holding an écorche. The same écorche, attributed here to Cellini, is found in the lower left of Grisset's painting. In including this sculpture, both artists are attempting to represent historical accuracy. However, in actuality, the écorche was by neither artist. Ingres is again attempting historical accuracy in his representation of the great writer-philosopher Aretino in the studio of the Venetian painter Tintoretto. As we see here, the artist appears to be threatening Aretino with a pistol. In fact, he is taking his measure, and this episode is a result of a misunderstanding of the word pistoletto, which actually meant at the time a dagger, much more suitable for measuring something than a pistol. All three artists represented here, Ingres, Bergeret, and Alexandre Évariste Fragonard, have made the same mistake, with the same result, a terrified Aretino. These artists are all painting other artists at work, and here we see a contemporary painter at work, Ary Scheffer, Dutch-born, who worked extensively in France, and was one of the most significant painters at the time, at work in his studio in a painting by his cousin, Ary Lamy.